Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Having a quick look at the S&P 500 and the SPX. As you can see, we finally, for the first time ever, we had a peace deal announcement by Mr. Trump, and finally, peace talk, peace talk, peace talk. We haven't heard that before, but yes, for the first time. Anyways, based on the tweets and everything that goes on, this market structure, blah blah blah, means nothing. Okay, we had a break of structure on the daily time frame. Okay, so if this market was anything normal, it would have come back around somewhere here, and then we should have seen something like that. Okay, but we're not in normal market conditions. We're in very, very highly manipulated markets, all driven by one thing: Axios, Donald Trump, peace, talks in Iran. Ignore the war, ignore the fights, ignore the blowing up, all the explosions and everything. Peace talks, that's all we're going to concentrate on. Anyway, now the market is backed into a zone where we have this thing called a buy before the sell. Okay, what is a buy before the sell? So that's today's lesson. What is a buy before the sell? So when you have a buy, a sell, then you get another buy. Okay, so usually that says that area becomes area of interest. Okay, is where you've had a rally based rally. The market tends to come back into it to retest and then take off again. So now we've had a sell, rally, sell. Okay, so now the market is coming back into this zone, and we want to see how we react in this zone, where usually when you have a sell-off and a rally, the market leaves a candle before another sell-off as a base, and that's where the market becomes interesting. Okay, and every time it comes into that zone, it reacts. So looking at it on the SPX, I had exactly that area marked for the rally to go back in, if we were going to do that. And now clearly today, as you can see, the market is up, so we should be starting in the zone. We should be opening up in the zone. So this is a very interesting zone for me, because I have this to look at. As you can see, where prior we've had the same kind of move over here. Okay, where the market has taken off, come back and retested, and took off again. So I'm expecting now the market now is coming back in here to come back in. Okay, so, and that based on the Elliott wave speculation, that could be our A, B, and if we're gonna get a measured move from this zone, then we're looking at something from here back to this spot, gap close, and also where institutions have laid another trap, okay, for buyers to go, or maybe this is where they want to go long again. But if we witness this, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this. This then will become a failed breakout, and it will also mean we have created head and shoulders. So be very, very careful. If this move does come true, be very careful. Don't over welcome your stay with your longs, because that's what the market is programmed to do. That could also be another trap, because now you will have head and shoulders failed breakout for this market to do a more aggressive correction. Let's not go ahead of ourselves, but we just know that this market has traveled in the past several weeks, mainly on manipulation of the war headlines by Trump. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing, let's just look at this, a good correction back to where we had all-time highs prior, and maybe back to the zone over here, or maybe even where we had this, he was about to eliminate humanity or civilization, and then obviously he didn't. So maybe we're going to come back and close down all those gaps. Obviously, we have left many gaps in this market. It could be left for later times, or it could be done where now market might need correction. So over now, this is way ahead of ourselves. This is something that I'll be looking at over the next few trading sessions, see if that's what we're going to get. And if we don't get that, and if this market just keeps on going, then obviously I would have to let go of it at the moment until I see something come back in, respect the prior all-time highs to go further longs. For now, Friday's indication, as you can see, was clear that we've come in, okay, created a structure, went down, created a double bottom, came back up, broke structure over here, went out, came back, retested structure and held. That was a good indication that this market over the weekend is looking to go to the upside. Okay, so if you didn't pay attention to that, it's okay. I wouldn't recommend you going into the market onto the weekend with having any positions in, especially with headline sensitive markets as such, where you don't have a clear direction, or even when you do have a clear direction, things can just overturn very quickly. As you can see, we had a nice sell-off, a little rebound, another nice sell-off, and then another rebound, and we were just going, and a lot of sellers got caught here because Trump said he's not going to attack Iran. Okay, so because of these headlines, sensitive, and the market manipulation, clearly everyone knows he is market manipulating from all angles, and maybe insider trading, and everything is going on. There is nothing we can do about it to stop it, and we can moan about it 24/7, but the reality is either don't trade these market conditions or adapt to them. Wish you all the best of luck. Please like and subscribe.